What's up, y'all? So here we are for another day of my 90-day visibility and freedom transformation slash journey. And you know, in this quick video, well, I don't know how quick it's gonna be, but in this video, I want to talk about how I, at 50, finally get it that if you want something to happen, you're gonna have to shake some stuff up, sis. It finally has clicked. For a long time, I thought that I'll just be real with you. For a very long time, I just thought because I had worked so hard, because I had tried so hard at different things, um, or how about this? Not try so hard at different things, but try so hard pretty much at doing the same things in my life over decades. I thought that things were just going to fall into place for me, things are going to fall into my lap. Now, I do believe that there are going to be circumstances where miracles happen every single day. Things do align, so that I agree with 100%. I believe in that wholeheartedly. However, it has taken me at this big age of 50 to finally let it cement in my mind that I gotta shake shit up. I gotta shake shit up. And by that, I mean, I gotta do things differently. I gotta do things differently because doing the same things I've been doing, they haven't been working, the ones that have been working well, I should say, those things have not been working well, and it's for reasons because I'm not doing things differently. So that's why I'm literally doing this challenge, because I want to figure out what my personal mojo is, what my personal uh, sauce is going to be, aka how am I going to shake shit up, how am I going to shake the tables in my life. I don't necessarily have the answers for that yet, but what I do know, if I don't know anything else, is that if you want different, you got to do different. So whether it's thinking different thoughts, thinking new thoughts, having new ideas, uh, if doing new things, having new habits, um, just shaking up the energy in your life. Like, you can't expect to have something different if the energy is the same, if your thoughts are the same, if your actions are the same, if your beliefs are the same. Now, if you're completely 100% satisfied with your life and where you are right now, then since this video ain't for you, I love that you are where you want to be. I love that your life is giving. That's fantastic, because for some people, you are exactly where you want to be, and I love that for you. As for me, I am not where I want to be right now. And what's kind of hard as I continue this journey is, uh every single day or every single week, I just keep getting reminders of how time is just, as slow as it can feel when you're in in between season or whatever. Time is just moving so fast. Time is just moving so fast. I saw that the lady that's, I don't know her name, the lady that sings Total Eclipse of the Heart, I'm pretty sure it was her. She passed away recently. And then yesterday I went and watched an old Madonna video. Yes, girl, Madonna. She has that song "Take a Bow," the one with the matador is doing the bullfighting or whatever. That video is probably from what, the 90s, or is it from the 80s? I'm not even sure, but let's just say it was from the 90s. That was what, 3 decades ago, something like that. Yeah, it's like 3 decades ago. It's like, where does the time go? And I say that to say that because it feels like it's moving in slow motion, even though it's not, is that this for me is how I would get stuck into habits, because in the back of my mind, I would be like, oh, I have more time. I have more time. There's more time. And so I would just continue to kind of putter along, or I wouldn't be quick to, in some cases, I wouldn't be quick to take action out of fear that I would really screw things up. But I don't have the luxury. Time is a luxury. Time is definitely a luxury. And the more, I guess, let's just say privileged your circumstances are, the more you can utilize time as a tool. Now, since time is a luxury, I don't have right now the luxury of time. Not right now. I really want to kick it in gear. And so that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this challenge. So, like I said before, I have I firmly now understand that I've got to shake shit up. I've got to do different things, and do things differently, and that's what I'm doing. That's why I'm here. This is why I'm creating YouTube content. This is why I am wholeheartedly uh, moving forward towards this life of freedom. In fact, I had the bright idea of maybe a couple of days out of the month, or a few days out of the month, getting in my car and just getting on the road and not coming home and just driving around to figure out different areas and different sites and things like that. Now, I can't do it right now, or perhaps I can if I can figure things out, but it's way too hot right now to be doing that because I will most likely be sleeping in my car. Because I'm not sure that I would have the means to sleep in a hotel every night, because that could be anywhere from like $100, $200 a night. Um, so I'm thinking that I would need to sleep in my car, and it's too hot for that. And then on top of that, I'm not sure if I will be able to bring my dog or not bring my dog, because I do want to explore. It's just too hot right now, so possibly that might be something, if I remember, that I could do in the fall. And the reason being because I want to continue to see what freedom looks like and feels like for me. I did, if you didn't know, I took a very long road trip. I drove from California to Atlanta, Georgia. I drove from California to Georgia. That trip was maybe over 3,000 miles, something like that. I don't have the exact math, but it was quite an experience. It took me maybe 4 or 5 days to get there or to drive there. I stayed for a few days because we were having like this friend meetup, which that group no longer even really exists to my knowledge. Funny how time flies. And then I drove back another 4 days or something like that. It was like 4 days on average going and then 4 days coming. And during that time, I really did feel free. First of all, it was a totally new experience for me. It was a bit scary and rough at times. I ain't gonna lie. I did sleep in my car. I stayed overnight at those, they're called like flying J's or travel pilots or something like that. You can Google it and see they have different locations across the country. They're like rest stops where you can sleep. And tons of people do in their cars because they're traveling and stay overnight. There's usually like a food area inside where you can buy. Sometimes there's like a fast food place attached. Like I visited some. One had like a Wendy's. One had a Subway. One had a I can't remember the other ones. I think like a Denny's, the restaurant. They're all different. But yeah, and so that's what I did. I was on the road for like 8 nights, and again, it was a little rough at times, but I got to see a lot of the country by way of freeway, obviously. But it was beautiful to just see something outside of my normal comfort zone. And that's what this, really what it's about for me is I don't have time to waste, so I really want to get out of my comfort zone. So that's what I'm doing. So if this sounds like you, if you're just like, I want to have a freedom journey too, a freedom journey doesn't necessarily mean that you have to pick up and like hit the road. That can be a freedom journey for sure, but each person's freedom journey is going to look and feel different. Your journey is not necessarily going to be like mine. Um, what I do know is all throughout, regardless if I'm hitting the road or whatever it is that I'm doing, I can rely on my framework, which I came up with, was it last year? And it's Being. Now, I keep changing the letters because I'm trying to figure out exactly what I want them to represent. But for now, it has changed. And for now, the B is for boundaries. The E is for energy. The I is for intention. The N is for nurturing. And the G is for guts. You got to have courage to be doing this. And so maybe in the next video that I do, I will talk about my being framework a little bit more. But for now, I didn't intend for this video to be so long, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. But just be thinking about your own what freedom means for you. It could mean a lot of things. It could be quitting a job. It could be going into a different field. It could be getting divorced. It could be getting married. It could be dating. It could be dating yourself, which is something I definitely want to tap into this year. It could be learning how to fish. It could be starting a business. It could be living on a homestead. It could be moving across the country. It could be moving to a different country, which is something I want to do. I just have to figure it out, baby. It could be so many things, so many things. But I feel like as long as you stay true to who you are, you learn how to uh, take the limits off, whatever your personal limits are. Um, that is a huge part of the journey. That is a huge part of the journey, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and end this here. I would love to hear your comments, your questions, your thoughts, whatever you have. Hit me with it below in the comments on this channel, and make sure that you subscribe if this is your jam. And yeah, I think that's it, y'all. Check out the view. I guess I could have shown that to you before, but I didn't. But I'm at a bridge right now, and it's beautiful, but it's really hot. So I have sunscreen on, but your girl ain't trying to be toasted by the scorching heat of this sun. I'm already sweating, and so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. I will talk to you in the next video. Bye.